Welcome to the Last Call concert series, where our goal is to help independent artists get in front of the largest audience possible by live streaming concerts on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. We began with a limited series last fall that was a huge success and watched by over 10,000 people. Now we're trying to kick off an ongoing monthly series, but in order to do that, we're going to need your help. You see, no one involved in any of these shows is asked to work for free. We pay the bands, we pay the crew, we pay the venue. Each show costs several $100s to produce, and that's before we even get paid ourselves. So we started this Patreon to give music lovers like you the opportunity to pitch in and support the local music scene. We got a ton of great perks available, everything from a private podcast feed of all the live shows, to digital artwork, to even the opportunity to pitch in and tell us what bands you want to see. Heck, you'll even get your name in the credits, so everybody knows these shows were made possible by you. The series is off to a great start so far, and we got a ton of great ideas for the future, so thank you for joining us in supporting local artists and helping keep the local music scene thriving.
Mic check 1, 2, this the new version 2. Now the old dude that you once knew, different person. Got into my head, cut it out like a surgeon. Was running down below, but now I'm swimming like a sturgeon. Start the party up light like a firework. Keep you up all night like a homework. Cirque du Soleil on a Monday, never decay. Making some bass in my bay, I know it's cliche. That's just how we do it. Dropping my doctor, this shit's therapeutic. Pushing my pills, I'm replacing with music. Spreading the message of keeping it moving. Grab the person beside you and proceed to the front. Want it all, you're a touch. Everyone listen up. The ones and the twos and the threes and the four now. Let me see you dance, let's see you groove. Shoot it, you know we gon' score now. Let me see you dance, let's see you groove. Soaring so high, we're fashion. Hitting the sound, trying to get a little action. Not cause I'm brown, but I'm dodging all the popo. I'm making some sounds and hitting it like electro. But that's just how we do it. Drop in my doctor, this just therapeutic. Flushing my pills, I replace it with music. Spreading the message of keeping it grooving. So grab the person beside you and proceed to the front. I need all of your attention now. Everyone listen now. The ones and the twos and the threes and the four now. Let me see you dance, let's see you groove. Shooting, you know we gon' score now. Let me see you dance, let's see you groove. Soaring so high, where's the floor now? Let me see you dance, let's see you groove. One to the two to the three. Let me see you dance, let's see you groove.
Welcome, folks, to this interview. I'm joined by 3 of the 4 members of the band Julia. As their website says, based out of Chapel Hill, although my understanding is most of you guys live in Raleigh now, right?
Yeah, that just kind of happened.
Most of us do these days. Yeah.
Migrated. And there is actually, even though a lot of your social media refers to as a trio, there are 4 of you, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
there are four of us though. One.
So this
member
is a trio like the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy trilogy.
Yeah.
Precisely.
Sean and Todd are just one person.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's true.
just
We
haven't
merged
figured it out
long
yet.
ago.
There's no verifiable proof. They're different people.
Awesome. It's we're off to a weird start with your band, which I think is very appropriate.
Yeah.
It
Fitting.
is.
So let's go ahead, go around and just take a quick second to introduce yourselves to the audience.
I am Danley or Moondog, and I play guitar for Julia.
I am Torin Dr. Funkenstein Alston, and I am the vocalist of Julia, I guess.
I'm Sean Meehan, and I am Count Slapula.
What does it sound like you forgot how to say your last name?
You
Yeah,
know,
you're like I'm Sean. Looks at note card.
yeah.
You forgot
No,
he was
actually,
Todd or Sean.
I mispronounced my own last name until I was like 8 years old, so that wouldn't surprise me.
Oh,
Yeah.
brother.
It's not quite relinquished in your memory.
Yeah.
Your mom was like, it's
And-
time we finally told you.
It's like, oh,
You're doing it wrong.
And there should be a missing square here that has Todd Davis or the creature, but he is unfortunately at work at the moment.
It's tough to get everybody together sometimes, but
Yeah.
I'm glad
Yeah.
glad we have the three of you guys. I guess the first question would be, how long have you guys been a band? How long has Julia been around? And were you any of you guys in bands previously, or do you simultaneously play in any other bands?
Yeah, so Sean and I were in a band together when we were much younger, in our early teens, mid-teens, and that's how he and I met. And right towards the end of that project, we decided to make something very different from that sound. So we made Julia just as kind of like a thing for fun. And then once we started really getting some momentum and stuff, we brought in our Eggman here, Mr. Tornin, to do vocals. And then unfortunately, when our drummer at the time had to leave because of school, we brought in the creature, Mr. Todd Davis. So I feel like that's kind of when we say the band really began, is when Todd joined. So that was what was like spring of 2018.
Probably, yeah.
yeah, sounds right to me.
It's like we were trying to bake a dish, but we didn't have all the ingredients. And then we got all the ingredients, and now
We had the coffee, but we just needed the cream.
exactly. We just didn't have any sauce. And now we got it all together.
Perfect sauce, just like Mama used to make.
Exactly.
So so yeah, you guys started out, and so you've been around for a couple years, but you have not officially released an album yet. You're working on one. It should be coming out soon, and we'll get to that later on. But presumably, for these years that you've been around, you have been writing material and everything. So tell me a little about the songwriting process. Do you guys come up with songs together? Does one guy come up with a melody and then brings it to the rest of the band? How does the process usually work of putting a song together?
It's
I would say
definitely,
it's a lot of that.
it's kind of like a mixed bag. A lot of it's jamming and then finding something we like and then just deciding to build on that. I'd say that's the majority of how our songs are written. It's kind of like starts out as one little piece, and then we just kind of, I don't know, tailor it to what we want.
So
Yeah.
it's usually like at the same time, like in a jam session or something, you guys are just kind of working together and things kind of start coming
Yeah,
together.
it's very like involved between all of us when it comes to
Yeah.
writing.
I'd say everybody brings something they like and have like worked on to practice, and there's a lot of ideas and jamming, just throwing them at each other. And then when we find something we like, it becomes more structured, and then we record a demo, and I record vocals to it in like one day, and we're good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, luckily any place we've ever practiced has usually been at Torrin's house, with his recording equipment there.
Nice.
So whenever we get something that we enjoy in some way, we'll just record a bad
Oh,
demo of
terrible.
it, like one mic in the room, and then we just leave it with him. And then like the next day, he's like, "Hey, I wrote
wrote the
this.
vocals."
This is awesome vocals."
So that happens afterwards. Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
so
I imagine he likes to stew in it.
Yeah.
He's gotta get the essence.
So that leads me to an interesting question because the first time I saw you guys was when you played the Carborough Film Festival back in October of 2020. I was actually the guy running the live stream for that show. So the jerk behind all the cameras and everything, that was me.
Nice.
But I really loved your performance there, and I thought some of your songs were really interesting, and especially Torin's vocals, like what's the one about the cat?
Nico.
Oh,
Miko,
yeah.
Miko the cat. Miko the cat is a wild song, and I just I ask about the songwriting, and it's neat the way that you guys do it. Like, do you guys ever write the song like you're saying? You jam, you come up with stuff, you put it all together, and everything, you get this song. And
That
you have
song
no
re-
idea what in
like-
the hell Torin is going to come up with. And, 2
Yes.
days later, he's like, I recorded the vocals. And you're like, what the hell is this
Pee-pee,
song
poo-poo.
about?
Yeah.
Almost.
That's
I
the
would
only
say
song I
that's-
wrote
That's
with you
probably
guys.
the
Like in
That's
the
true.
room.
yeah. That's probably the thing that happens the most. If that's like the standard, is that we write the song and we send it to Torn like, all right, man, you go crazy, and he does obvious.
Yeah, I
Sometimes
think-
I'll ask
I think-
for topics.
Yeah, I think with that song, we
Yeah.
all had like a feline in our mind's eye as we jammed it out.
Well, like a physical
True.
feline as well. It's based on a very real cat
Yeah.
That is true.
in the room.
I just like to think you guys come up with a melody and you're like, yeah, this will be a good breakup song or something. And then Torin comes back, it's like, I wrote about my cat. All right, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll
That's-
get more
think
method
it-
next time. Break up
it
with my
fits.
girlfriend. All right, perfect. Technically, that did happen actually. Wait.
I think the strange lyricism fits the strangeness of our writing. You know,
Mm-hmm.
What'd
It's
you say
like-
about me?
I feel like we definitely write some weird stuff and have some weird song structure, and I feel like it kind of fits.
Okay, nice. I mean, it definitely fits the vibe.
Yeah.
As the song started, and I'm like, I think this is a song about a cat, and that works. I'm down. I'm loving
It
this.
is. Yeah. The coolest cat.
It's not like we're short of breakup songs, but we could always use more
Yeah.
songs about.
Yeah.
this.
We talk about the things people really want to hear. You know.
That's yeah. We are the band of the people. We're the breaking news.
Nice about real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, the real things. Yeah.
So you guys have been writing songs over the years, and not haven't recorded an album yet per se, but you've obviously been playing these songs live for a long time. So how do you find prior to actually recording something, how do you guys fine tune these things while you're playing live? Like from the time you first record your demos, over the years of playing it live until you actually record the album, how have you fine tuned some of these songs?
I think naturally the way we wrote them in just kind of the jamming atmosphere, the more we play them and become comfortable with what we've written,
Mhm.
we then like improvise a little bit. Like I think if you've seen us more than once, every song, the things that we play are a little different. Like Sean, having recorded with him in the studio many times, is notorious for never actually writing the bass line. Just plays it kind of different every time until he's in the studio, and then he's like, all right, now I gotta do the actual one.
Nice.
So it's kind of like that. I mean, I think we all take a little liberties, and then maybe there's one show where like I play a cool fill in a part, or Sean does something cool, or Todd does something new on the drums where like that was really cool. That's now the official part of the song or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's honestly one of my favorite things about being in the band is like I don't contribute necessarily in that way very often, but I still every show get to hear them do things that I did not expect that just like blow my mind. It's like, oh, that was awesome. Like, why is the song not always like this? Like, what's like every time it's different and awesome.
Mhm.
So
So
that's
you would
fun.
say songs tend to evolve. They don't just tighten over time; they actually evolve and things change.
Yeah, whether that's for better or worse.
And it's
Who
also, I
knows?
think, it was helped along by the fact that when Todd joined, I think he joined in May,
Okay.
and we had a 2.5 week tour in the very beginning of July. So we just kind of threw him into the crucible, truly, and he had to learn these songs that we were about to play. And obviously, he's not going to know them well enough to really reproduce it 100% every time. So just playing these songs every single night for 2.5 weeks with a new person, I think we kind of found new things about them and looked at them from a new way or stuff like that.
Torn reacted a little when you mentioned the 2.5 week tour. I think there's a little PTSD there.
It was a wild time.
I had not gone on a tour before that. That was so much.
It was crazy.
How
But it was a great
how far was it? Was it just like around the state or like the whole
We went
south or
up-
what?
all the way.
Yeah, we went all the way up
Touched Canada.
to Vermont,
Oh wow.
and came back down. So we played New York City, we played Virginia, Michigan, a bunch of places up there.
Did we play New Jersey? Or
Michigan.
did we just slip in that terrible hotel? Yeah, we played
did-
Hamtramck right next to Detroit, where our van broke down in Detroit.
Yeah, that was a
jeez.
great-
And a
time.
man told me I was probably going to die that night. So
Tour,
Detroit's a great
baby!
place.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go to the Detroit area and somebody doesn't tell you you're probably going to die, then did you really go to Detroit?
yeah, honestly.
True. Sure.
So that sounds awesome. We'll have to I have to have a whole nother conversation sometime about this tour. I love bands tour
Yeah,
stories.
just a lot of smelly boys in a car for a long time.
True.
So we were talking about your process playing live and how you like to improvise, and that's something that I became aware of a couple years ago. You know, I used to like go to like a lot of old classic rock bands. You know, it's like, oh hey, Def Leppard and Bon Jovi and Aerosmith are going to play a triple bill. They probably won't be around much longer. Let's go ahead and see them. But one thing I noticed about a lot of bands, particularly those older guys, is you go to the concert and they just play the song like it is straight off the album. And it's like, well, I just paid $45 to basically listen to the album all over again. And then, of course, there are also other bands that like to change it up. You know, they string out a jam or they'll do a song acoustic for the first time or something, and they really play around with it. You know, what are your feelings on, you know, on that, about how many liberties you take when you're playing versus sticking to the song, and how much do you like to jam? Like on a scale of Britney Spears to Grateful Dead, how much do you guys like to jam out and improvise on a song?
Well, I think a lot of people who enjoy our music are probably also fans of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, as are we naturally fans of Red Hot Chili
Very
Peppers.
I see the
so.
connection, yeah.
And I think something they're very notorious for doing is really jamming, and especially in the John Frusciante era, which has now, I guess, returned. But that main era, they really did a lot of jamming, and
It was like 50-50, I feel like.
yeah. And so when we, in our musical proclivity, I think that kind of bleeds in, because I'm sure Sean has a lot of inspiration from Flea, and I have a lot of inspiration from John. So I think certainly we like to get lost in a song, or not only give ourselves a new experience with a song that maybe we've played before, because, you know, playing the same song over and over again does get a little boring sometimes.
That's what I noticed with those older bands. It's like you hear them play it like they're rushing through your favorite song, and you're like, you know, these guys have been playing this 200 nights
Yeah.
a year every year for 40 years. They're probably tired of playing this stuff.
I'm sure
so-
they hate it. There are
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
songs that we don't even really love to play these days that we've been playing for like 2 years. We're like, "Oh, song
There are
that-
specific covers that we might have released that.
yeah, that's true.
Why did we do that?
So it's like, I think it not only helps us when we can experiment with something new in a song that maybe we were familiar with, but also helps the audience, because we're enjoying ourselves more. We're feeding off of their
Right.
energy. They're enjoying it from our point of view. It's just kind of like a self-sustaining circle of sorts.
Yeah, I totally agree. And for my money, that's the best part of going to a live show, is seeing something that hopefully hasn't been done before and may never happen again. You know, you're
Yes,
you're there
yeah.
for that unique experience.
We were doing a frat show one time. And I just have to tell the story. And they were jamming, making up something just beautiful. And I was just like enjoying it. And this drunk girl hops on stage and comes behind me and says, "I know this song." And I'm like, "No, they're just making this up." And she's like, "Is this Hotel California?" And I'll never forget that, because it was the farthest thing from Hotel
Yeah,
California.
it truly sounded
ever
nothing
made.
like California.
But it is so cool to just see them just make something beautiful, and people just be able to still, even if it's completely wrong, attach their own, like, this sounds like this and this, and enjoy it.
Hey, you know, whatever people are enjoying, you know, it's that's part of the concert experience.
Yeah.
True.
Very much so.
So yeah, go ahead and I guess we're at that point. Go ahead and tell me a little about the new album. What's it like? I guess you can't get too. It's hard to talk about a song specifically, but yeah, what kind of vibe has the album got, and about what's your time frame for putting it out?
Well, that is the question. We're hoping. I mean, spring. I think is a good.
That's the goal, I think.
Yeah, I think we could get it out by spring, so maybe a few months soon.
Okay.
I don't know, guys. What do you think is the vibe? It's like it's definitely funky. It's the classic funk. There's a lot of psychedelic elements. It's a concept album, which I'm sure we'll be going into more depth at some point about what's going on with all that.
It's real weird.
It's weird, yeah.
It's weird,
But,
but in a good way, I think.
It feels like it captures all the different sides of our if like Julia's sound is a cube, this is every side is shown somewhat.
Okay. Nice. So I guess we'll wrap it up with what's next. You mentioned the album hopefully coming out this spring. As of we're in the beginning of March right now, 2020 run. People starting to get vaccines. I'm actually scheduled to get my first shot tomorrow. So
Nice.
and you had mentioned earlier, before probably anything that will be included in this recording, that your friend's band just played a show at the Poorhouse last night that
Yeah.
actually had a small audience. So clubs are starting to open back up. People are starting to get back out there. Are you starting to get inquiries and bookings?
I'm sure I will probably start reaching out semi soon. Obviously, we want everything to be as safe as possible.
Yeah.
We'll hopefully what's next is that writing. We get to play together more. I get to see these guys more. Because I mean, once you spend enough time with someone like that, you're kind of like a family type thing. So
Yeah.
Right.
I'm excited to get back into that mindset, playing again. And hopefully the album comes out and everybody likes it. Sorry you had to wait so long.
Oh.
We hope it was worth the wait.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if it's anything like your shows, which again, this is airing as part of our pre-show, so in a couple minutes, people are actually going to get to see you live. But if the album is it any at all reflective of what your live performances are like, I know it's going to be a lot of fun. I, for one,
thank you,
definitely
man.
looking forward to listeing to it.
We should all wear
Love to hear
exactly what we're wearing right now for the live stream, so people are like, "Whoa, they just were looking like that." But that means a lot,
I'm
man.
down to
Thank you.
commit.
I hope it captures our sound like we want it to.
Awesome.
And then
So-
I hope everyone watching this enjoys what you're about to hear in a couple minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate you guys taking the time to do this interview. Go ahead and throw out to everybody where they can find you on, website, social media, all that stuff.
It's on Instagram at Julia.theband, Facebook 11 Julia 11. Those are the two normal places.
Our
We have a
website is
Something normal price.
juliatheband.com.
juliatheband.com.
And if
that
I
has
remember
links to
correctly, if they
everything.
go to juliatheband.com, all the social media buttons are right there in case
Are
you
right
missed
there.
one.
Yeah.
Yes, they are all there. Stream What the World Deserves. You might have heard it already. You're going to hear it again because I know we're going to play it. But stream it. It's out now. And yeah, keep up with us. We'll be around.
Well, cool. I encourage everybody to go and check these guys out. Follow them on social media. Give them a like and everything, because they are a fun-ass band, and they got some really great music. Also, like I mentioned earlier, you can go to the Town of Carborough's YouTube channel and look up their performance at the Carborough Music Festival last October. That was a blast. And I know this show is going to be great too. So, Torin, Danley, Sean, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me.
Thanks for having us, man.
Thank you so much for being a part of this concert series. It's really great to be able to feature local bands, and it's awesome to have you guys. And I hope everyone enjoys the show.
Heck
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Alrighty, I'll see you guys in like 3 minutes. Let's go. I'm on the
Oh,
way.
man. Welcome to the Last Call concert series, where our goal is to help independent artists get in front of the largest audience possible by live streaming concerts on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. We began with a limited series last fall that was a huge success and watched by over 10,000 people. Now we're trying to kick off an ongoing monthly series, but in order to do that, we're going to need your help. You see, no one involved in any of these shows is asked to work for free. We pay the bands, we pay the crew, we pay the venue. Each show costs several $100s to produce, and that's before we even get paid ourselves. So we started this Patreon to give music lovers like you the opportunity to pitch in and support the local music scene. We got a ton of great perks available, everything from a private podcast feed of all the live shows, to digital artwork, to even the opportunity to pitch in and tell us what bands you want to see. Heck, you'll even get your name in the credits, so everybody knows these shows were made possible by you. The series is off to a great start so far, and we got a ton of great ideas for the future. So thank you for joining us in supporting local artists and helping keep the local music scene thriving.
Looks like someone forgot to take out the trash. With these compounds, I do declare the masses shall become aware. The cure to frown sits in my vat, sludgy muck and blood of bat. Some canine eyes, I stir it well to conjure up a tricky spell. Oh no, my elbow knocks some juice into my mixture. In that moment, I heard a whisper. I knew what I must do. I filled my glass and I drank my brew. I'm feeling loopy, I'm feeling rad. I feel a little. Born anew inside this flesh, behold my answer to the question. Is there meaning to this life? Well, now there is. It's inside my skin, infused within my brain. This proof that you could never tame. The dead and living, they bounce around, always smiling, never frown. With this power, I feel drunk, 'cause it's everything that I need. It's fall. Yeah, oh, it's a ball. Well, I need some help from something rotten. Someone deep inside their coffin. Bring the groove so much it pierces through their ears. Oh, their force so fierce. He's the only man who lacks a scapula. He's Count Slapula. Well, I need one more piece to solve this puzzle. He packs some fight, so bring your puzzles. More hair on him, the tin raccoon. At night you'll hear him, damn the moon. Transforms at night, and I'm his biggest fan. You know him well, 'cause he, oh God, oh, he's the. Go on now, boy.
Afraid the funk won't make me weep.
Oh, and if I die before I wake,
If I die before I wake,
well, I pray the funk my soul to take.
pray the funk my soul.
As I lay me down to sleep, I pray the funk won't make me weak. And if I die before I wake, I pray the funk my soul to take. Oh, as I lay me down to sleep, I pray the funk won't make me weak. And if I die before I wake, that funk my soul.
Julia from somewhere in North Carolina at this point, and glad you're here. Next one's called Jungle Book, based on the hit movie Jungle Book, but like the remake, not the old one. There's story differences.
Legally, we can't confirm or deny if that's true.
Alrighty, boys.
I've always been a hard-stealing, free-wheeling, mother lover, vanish without a trace. When I'm undercover, make you smile all year. When we undercover shit that'll bring you to tears. You're like the motherfuckers. I'm a T-Rex, says T-Rex. Everything in his line of sight. Best believe he's the king, like the song it sings. Lit extreme, but I mean, damn, what you expect? Give me all, give me nothing, keep your love. Give me something, make me laugh a little. If I fall out, then I'll be back where I began. That sounds a whole lot better than another moment spent playing pretend. Hiding out in the banana tree. A candy white birthday fight on me. Mister with the whiskey so fly. You reckon he would give it for me? I said, oh yes, you may have guessed. I am the ape. So bang my chest is what you said. I've read about this since the legend. Give me all, give me nothing, keep me low. Give me something, make me laugh a little. Oh, if I fall off, then I'll be back where I began. Sounds a whole lot better than another moment spent playing pretend. Repeat after me. Put your left foot in and your right one too. As if salt and pepper, mix it up in a stew. Look to your left, to your right. Say, well, how do you do? Which pill you gonna take? Is it the red or the blue? Don't go roaming through the jungle when you come from the city. Got the safe house to know I'm gonna take care of your kitty. If you're feeling shitty, I'ma be the doctor for you. But which pill you gonna take? Give me all, give me nothing, give you love. Give me something, make me laugh a little. Now if I fall off, then I'll be back where I began. Now that sounds a whole lot better than another moment still playing pretend. Or hanging with your friend. Oh, jumping off a building with no plan. Motion in your face. Oh. Thank you guys. This next song is about drinking. We're gonna crack open the big egg. I can't feel my face. I can't hear no sound. Oh, I'm just following my inhibition, leading me around town. No, I'm Now here comes the animal. Rampage through the crowd like a lion. Sacrifice yourself to my will like a lion. Dying to take one of you home, my daddy. Gotta take the care of that great desire. Every time I get wasted, I feel it pull me down like I'm stuck in a torpid. Victory is coming soon, I can almost taste it. Why should I waste it? Back up, time to throw it down. I'm the king of everything, putting on my crown. Don't want all the cops on me, cause I'm a little brown. They'll lock me up real quick, way downtown. You mess with me. Why am the liquor? The liquor is me. Liquor is me. Why am the liquor? The liquor
Rest in peace, Jim Leahy. I'm gonna let these guys right here, the bass boy and the guitar boy, do a little bit of something. You know, a little bit of something.
This is a little jam, and then we're going to play a song for a man who is no longer with us, Mr. Eddie Hazel. So, Maggot Brain, this one's for you.
I can't keep feeling this away. The funk feels so far away. I'm so down that I can't seem to find my way up. funk was my heart, and the funk was my soul. It brought me through pain. It's given me life, but I forgot how to live without the funk by my side. Oh, please just come back. Don't know what I've done wrong. I wish I was stronger when I'm on my own, but I've never felt such power that it may change my way. I hope that the funk won't run too far away. Oh, 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 oh. Hey, no, 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 no. Yeah. I'm in a drought. I'm in a drought. The funk has gone away from me. This love that I'm without, I pray it will return. Come back one day. I hope that the funk won't run too far away. This next one, I'd like to dedicate to David Lynch. It feels like he deserves it. I don't know. Never been a man to lie to you, so best believe me. This about to be the place and time in which we lost ourselves completely. To this music that will suit you and still punish you discreetly. We're here for your entertainment. We don't cater to the sleepy. We out here treading the fine line between the freaky out and freaky. We are I am your guide to better times, so follow me
shake it, shake it, shake on. Oh, shake it, shake on. Ow, 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 shake it, shake on, shake it, shake on, shake it, shake it, shake on. Shake it, shake on, shake it, shake on, shake it, shake it, shake on. Shake it, shake on, shake it, shake on, shake it, shake it, shake on. Shake it, shake on, shake it, shake on. Oh yeah. Get off your feet now. Tear up the floor like you own it. Break the siding off the wall. Screaming loud like you're exploding a sound song. Ready to blow. You're welcome, David Lynch. The next song.
That's for you, David.
I don't know. I'm lost here, boys. You know? Oh yeah, it's about being lost somewhere, which has happened to us a couple times. You know, that's what the song's about.
Want to say thank you for everyone tuning in. Thank you to Last Call Concert Series for having us. Thank you to the Poorhouse for hosting. It's good to be back on this fucking stage again, let me tell you what. The song's called Second Position.
What's the first position? I'm walking down the street with my creatures. Then from in the shadows came my man. I said, "Is there any Sabita?" He told us all the troubles, and I offered him some reefer. Said he's cold sober, he ain't fucking with the leaf, but the leaker. Just trying to reach the place when he go up, maybe get us like a pizza. Oh gee, his old man just collapsed in my arm. Trying to rap like about it, I'm yawning.
you.
It's about being lost. I don't know if I said that. And the next one's about being found in love. It's not funny, dude. Love's not funny. Big shout out again to Bob for making this happen every year. Killing the game on the camera work too, it looks like. We're having fun up here. I hope you guys at home are having a little fun. Not too much, just, you know. Your
Just
door neighbors
enough.
playing way too much. You really need to, you know, like a good volume, but like not. Are we good? Oh, yeah. Whoa, I've been trying to tell you, baby. I've been trying to tell you, babe, that I'm open wide. I ain't got no pride left inside. Now I'm not trying to kill you, baby. I'm just thinking maybe we could be more than we are. Fly through the stars. Butterfly in my stomach. I'm in love with all that you are. You're setting the bar oh so high. I just can't explain it, baby. You were sent here just to save me from all I am. You make me the man that I was again. Oh, I can't stop this staring now. I'm in a trance, floating so high. Overload my heart. Now I just wanna dance with you, girl. Forever. Whoa, all I see is you and me now. Baby, please, can we dance? I'm stuck in a trance now. Oh, it's nice to see it. Chemistry, I sprouted tree. Let's make it grow to the sky. Oh, you and I. Now. Nothing lasts forever, babe. So, God, I hope this is nothing. In my mind, in my soul, and in my heart, you're wild like a lion in the jungle, baby. Oh, I just want to feel you, baby. Oh, your body's what I'm craving. I need it now. I need it yesterday. Oh, sunflower in my garden. God, it's hard to get you out of my mind. Not that I'm trying. I'm feeling quite obsessive, baby. You break me out from being lazy. I'd run marathons to have you. Oh, all I see is you and me now, baby. Please, can we dance? I'm stuck in a trance again. It's late to see it's chemistry, a sprouted tree. Let's make it grow to the sky. this is nothing. Cute as a button. Damn, you was something from another planet. I can barely stand. You're everything that I thought that the movies made of. The perfect partner that I thought could never exist. There's not a moment left in time where in my mind thoughts of you, they don't listen. Intoxicated when I'm in your presence. Realizing right now I could never write a sentence that would come close to your beauty. Hey. Inside and out, all I do is count the seconds till I'm back in your arms. Didn't know I'd have the chance of having a start. Here I am, here we are. Oh, nothing. Woo.
We got a couple more for you. Thank you for sticking around and watching. We hope you all have had a good Tuesday. That's what day it is today. It's hard to keep track sometimes. If it's not on the screen or anywhere in your line of vision, and you're tuning in and you're like, who the hell are these funky dudes? We're Julia from Jabba.
We're Dr. Bacon from Asheville.
Those are our alter egos. We got 2 more songs for you. You might know them. You might love them. I can't even count, bro. We got 3 songs left. Sorry, everybody.
I was a broken man in a broken soul. Now this new power has taken hold. I feel so holy now. The thugs controlling each and every move. Tell me you feel this funky groove. Tell the world you feel it too. You gotta show them how we do. You gotta show them all the show. His name is Miko. He makes me shout. Well, goddamn, this cat's so cool. This cat's what I'm about. Hanging out with Miko. All rockin' all that swag. Tried to keep him a secret, but I guess the cat's out of the bag. Now, I never throw up on you with every inch of hell. bring the funk with you every night. This song's about a real life cat named Miko, and you know, support him
Shout
on
out to
Patreon.
Miko.
This next song's, can I say we recorded it? Never mind. Maybe a track on this coming album, we'll see. It's called Funk You.
Every song we have played might be a track on our album.
Don't let
Make
them
'em
know.
up.
Bibbidi bobbidi boop, goofy like troop. Come take a dip in my soup. Can't nobody fuck with my crew except for the girlies inside of my coop. And I am the rooster, cocking a doodly doo. Busting some nuts like cashews. Light up a blunt when I'm done with that. I got that gas and they calling me Pepe the Pew. So fucking up. We in the south, cause I'm like sitting, I'm sucking the beat like I'm there to a crowd. Fucking up south, within about 10 million trouble we on. So fuck it, I'm gone, I'm rambling on. Conquer the world, just like I'm God. Made me go easy, get lost in Bermuda. She make me so hard with a stare that I call her Medusa. Word of the Buddha, we're down to say it. Doctor of funk, not the doctor of bacon. Done with the hating, done with the dating, not done with my singing. Don't get me mistaken, I'm trying to quit, I'm tired of it. Here's one the last thing that I'm through. But if you try and take my cancer sticks, I'll hit you with a big fat bone. You, I'll funk you. Funk you. Funk you. Funk you. I'll funk you. You and you and you.
Now we have one more song. If you've known of us before right this second, you've heard it because we just put it out. If you watched this whole live stream, you've heard it because we played it at the beginning. And now we're going to play it again, motherfuckers. It's called What the World Deserves. Weave and Juliet, thank you so much. Thank you, Last Call. Thank you to the Poorhouse. Thank you for all of you for sticking in there and watching. And fuck yeah, Weave and Julia.
2, just a new version 2. Not the old dude that you once knew, different person. Got inside my head, cut it out like a surgeon. Was running down below, but now I'm swimming like a surgeon. Stop the party, alright, like a firework. Keep you up all night like a rover. Cirque du Soleil on a Monday, never the case. Make it too late, sleeping my bed. I know that's cliche, but that's how we do it. Dropping my jack to the shit they refuse. Touching my feels, I'm patient with music. Spreading the message that keeping it grooving. So grab the person beside you. Proceed to the front. I need all your attention. Everyone listen up. The 1 to the 2 to the 3 to the 4 now. Let me see you dance, let's see you do. You didn't, you know he gon' score now. Let me see you dance, let's see you do. So rich, so high, where's the 4 now? Let me see you dance, let's see you do. 1 to the 2 to the 3. Let me see you dance, let's see you move. Riding around like your shoes losing traction. Hitting the down, trying to get a little action. Not 'cause I'm brown, but I'm dodging on my Momo. Making some sound and hitting it like a retro. That's just how we do it. Dropping in my touch to this shit. Get to my feeling. I'm touching my feeling. Like a place that we're music. That is the message I keep it moving. So grab the person beside you. I need all of your attention now. Everyone listen up. The 1 to the 2 to the 3 to the 4 now. Students of so rich, so high, rich, so full now. Let's see you dance, let's see you move. 1 to the 2 to the 3. Let me see you dance, let's see you move. Now, I gave you my heart. I gave you my everything. My heart. I gave you my everything, everything. My heart. Skibbity boobity bobbity gibbity sippity boopity gibbity zippity bop doopity womp womp and I'm ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-bop. Thank you. We have. I was hoping we speak at the same time. Thank you. We've been Julia from. Thank you. We've been Julia from North Carolina.